Alright, welcome to group call. I forgot to open up OBS, but right into PA breakdown. Alright, news came out, fake news, so you're expecting at least bearish or really chop on the day. If you stepped away after the news, after you seen Trump say we had peace talks, then you're not saying, oh, we don't have peace talks, he's lying. It's best for you to step away on the day because it's going to be really choppy, it's going to be really, really low probable, especially Monday. Alright, but coming into the day, again, we chop down, 9:30 opens, we manipulate the slow. For ES, it dug deeper and it made this bullish SFT for us to give us this continuation up, right? Because we are inside the BTC still, so price can still respect these Peter rays. Even though we are bearish, price can still give you a bullish setup, all right? 9:30 to 9:35, you got nothing, legit nothing. It was just bear chop. 9:36, price starts displacing higher, okay? It's valid for you to take entry at 9:37, all right? As long as you had your stop loss below this candle right here, it was a must. Again, same thing for 9:36. 9:38, stop loss has to be below the displacement candle, right? And you're holding your trade for either 1-to-1 or these highs on the left, this accumulation highs on the left, or at the very, very high up here, right? Depending on where you're entered. But longs here, valid as long as you had your stop loss below this candle, okay? Price gave you a rebalance at 9:41, right back into this order block right here. Let me mark it out for you guys, like this. So, gave you that rebalance inside the order block where we had the SFT. Again, we even have another internal SFT. I have like two SFTs right here. So either way, but again, price just give you a nice rebalance, and from here we started displacing up. So even if you took an entry right here after the rebalance, as long as you had your stop loss below the rebalance, it was still fine. Price would have still hit your TP, but you would have been in there for like quite a while. It was really, really choppy. Other than that, that's legit all you could have taken for 940. Displacement off the manipulation. Okay, stop loss below this candle. If you waited for a rebalance at 940 or 945 around there, price did give you that still. So again, rebalance right here inside this order block. You could have entered on this candle. Stop loss below the rebalance, which would have been fine. Again, 944 gave you another rebalance inside the wick. And then we started displacing up. So you could have entered on the displacement, or even if you entered here, it doesn't matter. As long as you had your stop loss below here, you would have still been fine. Targeting a 1-to-1, which price would have gave you legit in the next couple of candles. So that was it for 940. It was really choppy. 1040, same thing, legit nothing you could have taken. It was like pure chop, legit just pure chop. You know, today was legit best to step away and avoid today. All right, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Legit today was just bare chop. It was like legit low probable. The only thing you could have taken was after price swept this high right here on the left, and we were edging these highs, right? You're just seeing how prices reacted from these highs on the left, okay? Especially since even though we rebalanced back inside the CB on here, we had like short bears, okay? Short bearish trades. And then from here, price came back, took this high out, but we still haven't even taken out this high right here from 730. All right, so you're seeing how prices reacted from this high, okay? Again, accumulation chop, so you're waiting to see if price is gonna look to rebalance either internal manipulation, then go lower, or finally come up and take out all these draws, and then maybe give us a reversal or continuation. So price comes back up here, still continues to chop nothing. It didn't even take it out, it just edged it. You don't even have displacement lower to be like, okay, price rebounds inside this order block, then we displaced it away. Nothing. You're sitting on your hands. All right, price finally takes it out. Okay, it turtle swoops it by like a tick. Let's look at ES. Yep, ES, same thing. Nah, ES been had the SMT, but the SMT did not give us anything. You know, it was a really weak reaction, so you think price would legit give you a resweep or remanipulate, right? Which was valid to think like that. So after price gave you that turtle swoop, what do you see? Displacement away, but still very, very choppy. Okay. Then, yeah, bro, today was actually horrid. Like, if you traded today, it was actually garbage. I can't lie. Days like these is where you step away. When you see a huge move pre-market, don't expect 930 or 1040 or 940 to like actually give you a decent trade. Expect it to be low probable. This is where like you be cautious. You either size down and look for a trade and you gauge, or you legit just lock out and step away for the day and don't waste your time like looking at the charts. Any questions about PA breakdown? It was low-key whack. I can't lie. There's not much to explain. Yeah, you need to be very, very disciplined to like step away, bro. Forward tested. Okay, let's go. No questions about pre-breakdown. Let's get into the trades. Polo. Okay. See price swept internal lows. Manipulation. See displacement away. Price displaces past that high, but close wick, and then you re-enter. Stop loss below the displacement. Okay, I see. Again, good trade, good longs, but you have to have the stops below here, especially if you see price displacing. Try to get this early entry way better. You know what I'm saying? Because one, it's going to be near the manipulation. So if price was to come back down here, it would invalidate the whole long idea. We legit would mean like we're bearish and we're going to continue going bearish. All right. But your longs here, especially with these low probable conditions, you have to have your stops like near the manipulation. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only thing price will look to respect. Because you could see candles like right here. Look how many times it like respected and disrespected the bullish or bearish candles. You know what I'm saying? So price on low probable days, it won't look to respect PD arrays as much as it would respect like pure price action. Okay, you're not gonna see like an actual fair value gap respect, because if you look here, how many times did we run this fair value gap, but overall we're still bullish. You know what I'm saying? So especially here, again, BTC gets inversed, right? But we're still continuing bullish. You know what I'm saying? Low probable days, price will look to respect just price action, like straight up just the manipulation itself. All right. Should we trade London and Asia instead? Not Asia, but look for London. London has been doing better. Like London has been clean. Lucid is good. Supra. How do you know when to put your stop loss below displacement candle versus below manipulation wick? It's about your entry. So when you have actual good conditions, clean market conditions, you could put your stop losses below the displacement candles. All right. But like if you have like weak market conditions, try to get the earlier entries where price is like near the manipulation, but you're still seeing the displacement. Prices are respecting that manipulation. That's where you like enter. You know, for example, like at 937 or 938, just try to get that early entry, just a little bit early with the stop loss below, and I promise you, your trades will hit more than like 9 times out of 10. Forward test, because I saw the 800 pump, 800 points pump. Is this good? Yeah, this is valid longs. Stop loss below the manipulation or near the manipulation, and you just held it to this high on the left. Yeah, it's valid. Let me go back up to the other trades. Kind of skipped that kind of. Playmaker, order block, CE respect, price comes, rebound inside the wick, displacement out of it, you enter on the candle, stop loss, I think it's stop loss is below here, and then you moved it to here, and you TP'd up there for, yeah, 50 points. Yep, it was clean. Good stuff, Playmaker. Valid trade, very clean. DRD looked good with the rebalance displacement, but stop should have been at the wick low, not the displacement candle low. Even though it still would have been 40 points, it would have eventually hit TP for 1-to-1. Yeah, Shaggy. I hear it, but bro, today, really, really low probable, especially with how the market is going with the Trump talks and that huge candle. So you have to be really, really careful. You're not going to expect price to just like respect the displacement candle, give you clean DRD, and then trade away. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very rough. And these market conditions, for example, last week, a lot of times you guys had cleanest looking DRDs, but then price would just chop away, and you guys would hit SL. So don't expect price to give you clean displacement, rebalance displacement on these low probable days where we have a fat 800 point in like 4 minutes. All right, so just be very careful next time, bro. I read it, but yeah, I read it while I was on the treadmill, but yeah. Stop loss below the rebalance, manipulation, yep, and accumulation, displacement out of it. Rebalance, again, another displacement. You enter on the displacement, stop loss below the rebalance. You could have held it, which would have still been valid, but you trailed your stops at 30 points here. Still good. Secured 30 points. Cut trading the profit at 30 points because price was moving scary. SMT, manipulation, displacement out of accumulation, rebalance, displacement. I cut out early and trailed stops at 30 points. They got hit. How trade looked after I moved stops and got taken out in profit. Yeah, this was very valid. Fat. Yep, very good. Did it take anything in AM? Gonna look at 1040, see if anything presents, but I doubt I'll take anything. Was it valid to not take anything today because it wasn't clean? 100%, bro. Today was legit. It's all about stepping away. Was in on this but closed BE 5-minute turtle soup. Sibby disrespect. I still think that that high gets hit, but there's no reason to sit in this chop. Also, that 800 point move was an indication to get off the chart anyway. This is an eval, but probably shouldn't have put risk on it at all. Yeah, exactly, Brandon. You exactly knew the thought process, but the longs itself, I see your thought process behind it. The entry was a little bit like booky. I can't lie. You know what I'm saying? After you see this fat wick, how this candle closed, and you see the next one starts displacing up, you can enter a bit earlier because you're anticipating this as a rebalance candle. You know, you're not anticipating price to continue going lower or dig deeper, because if price wanted to continue going lower, it would not have closed with a fat wick like this and closing the candle bullish. Remember that. But overall, right trade, but just unfortunate chop, I'm not gonna lie. And this one, turtle manipulation side of it, simple DRD, targeting that turtle high. Yeah, clean. Couple weeks higher frame was neutral because of the news market. We were chippy choppy. We did have a turtle SFT. We created a nice order block off of it. We bounced until the order block started displacing. I would have longed if we continued to displace strong to the draw, but we didn't. We then come back, tap the order block again, and displace off of it a second time. I entered long off the stops below. Rebalance wick targeting a 1-to-1. There was no FOMO with my entry. Aligned myself with the manipulation. We have a valid entry trigger, and I took into context what price was doing and reacted off of it. Very, very beautiful round. Really good. You see price is legit, respecting the order block. It rebalances perfectly inside of it. Displaces away. Comes back, gives you another rebalance inside the rebalance. You know what I'm saying? It was just kind of fried. But still works. And then you wait a displacement to confirm that price is done, you know, rebalancing. You waited for a reaction. You enter, stop loss below. Targeted that terminal high for a 1-to-1. Very, very valid. Only going out middle if I get edged by 1 to 3 points, or if he has takes my target first. Yeah, valid thought process, Brandon. If you're gonna trade on the 5 minute, you know what I'm saying, on these higher time frames, you have to like accept price to chop and sit in your like trade for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, London. I know London is not gonna deliver the same as New York, so I'm not gonna sit there for like 2-3 minutes. TP will be hit. No, I'm expecting price to take his time and to deliver to my TP pretty much. So I accept that and I enter. You know what I'm saying? If I can't accept price hitting my TP or my SL within like a couple of minutes, then I'm gonna avoid the trade, wait for another setup that's like higher probable. You know what I'm saying? 1040 forward test, 1-to-1, 30 points. Yeah, legit. Unfortunate, I can't lie. Sheep price takes out the high on the left. Displaces lower, rebalances, displaces away, another rebalance, weak displacement. You see a fat wick around 10:45, especially around macro time is 10:45 or 10:30. Candles can wick a lot, and it can give you like signs of rejection. You know what I'm saying? Like especially when we're in a bullish narrative like this. You know, you're not really looking to short all the way lower. You know, the only time you're looking to short is up here, where price is actually giving you these like candles down here. You know what I'm saying? And around here as well. So today was really unfortunate. So don't really beat yourself up over it too much. Yusuf and all of you guys. I was thinking about taking this, but yes, took out that high on the left. And it's just overall low probable conditions. Glad I didn't because it just got stopped. I mean, yeah, I guess you could say there's like internal manipulation, displacement, enter on it to that internal high. Yeah, day was very, very garbage. No trades, didn't like anything at all. Locked out, coming back tomorrow. Say no more. No trades today. Preserving capital, low probable day. Very good thought process. Yonko. Manipulation, internal manipulation, displacement, order block rebalance. Multiple rebalances, displacement away. Entered on it. Stop loss. Yup. Targeting 1-to-1. Yeah. Valid. Valid longs. Was trailing SL aggressively. You had to have 511, which was somewhere around here. TP'd up there. Yeah, very valid. Grizzly, nothing bad to say about that. It's good. Last session I was on my phone, laptop. There's no real stress. I'm trading, just waiting for price to clear up. This session I'm in is like every candle so zoomed in. I don't recognize how low probable and chop we are after every failure of a setup. I'm waiting for a new one. When last session We failed once. One more. Entered in chop. It was going to take long, but since I struggled with entering prematurely, I was implementing the 30-second wait from initial entry suggested by Salmon's lecture when shorts started displacing. Just because that was what I was more. Yo, I don't know if it's me not being able to read or you the way you're wording your journal, bro. SPS, you're actually making me feel like I'm sped. Shows that display. That's what I was more biased towards. I didn't wait since we manipulated lows multiple times, but then I got stopped out and I had followed my rules of waiting. I would have seen how displacement was fake and not entering. This is totally my fault for rushing and not waiting. Again, legit, nothing here. What are you marking out? Total manipulation, internal manipulation. Bro, if we're gonna go down, how many times do you think a candle's gonna get taken out? Like, up here on the left, is this turtle soup? Turtle soup, turtle soup, turtle soup, turtle soup, turtle soup, turtle soup. Like, that's not what you're marking out, bro. You're literally just marking out nothing. There's nothing to mark out. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, turtle soup, turtle soup, turtle soup, turtle soup, turtle. Like, your brain will be fried marking out every little thing. Like, what are you marking out here? How is this SMT? How does this SMT have any significant to push price down or up? How are you gonna mark out a turtle soup, a bullish turtle soup, then a bearish SMT? Like, what is this? Two opposite sides of like the whole spectrum you have on your chart, bro. Yeah, London makes sense because London was actually cleaner than New York AM. Here, you see price comes back up, rebalances, turtle soups that high, displaces away. You get a rebalance, displacement away, which is actually clean. You enter, stop loss above the manipulation, targeting this internal draw right here, which was valid. This trade was so clean, but this right here makes no sense. Like, how do you go from this to this? Yeah, that was a valid, actual, like, valid trade. 1040 would like the opinion on this. I don't know how to feel. We started coming down off not sweeping any liquidity. So I knew this move was just a rebound to continue higher. So I saw this long wick as manipulation with displacement up to take the entry. Valid. This wick, yeah, I guess you could consider as like a internal manipulation, especially when we chop down like this. Price will look to either resweep higher or lower. Alright, so here, I can't lie, you got saved. All this chop right here, bro, it would have just been detrimental. But glad it worked out and you hit TP, so don't really beat yourself up over it. Just be careful in like these days, low probable days. Akeem closed out early due to SFT and price shopping around. Longs still valid. Again, stop loss valid as well. Unfortunate that you got out, but yeah, I wouldn't blame you. That 30-minute was getting displaced away from. Had a doji candle, so we wait for the next candle to open and it displaced up. Enter, put stops a little below the C of the order block, and busy TP hit would have adjusted my TP to the internal wick at 921. So I would have been in and out, in and out of the trade. Got to focus on targeting structure, not just X amount of points. Yep. 1040 was still bullish. Notice the 1040 candle wick made an OB on the 5-minute that was getting respected, but price wasn't displacing away. So thought process was run down, manipulate 1014 wick, and rebalance an order block before going lower. Entered on DRD, targeted just before the end of the wick. Trade would have definitely been risky to take on an account, but it did rebalance after met CE of the order block on the 5-minute, then displaced down the rest of the day. Yeah, but like, I can't lie, stop loss is way too wide. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna take shorts like at like around 1045, stop loss above here, like S-band trade, but again, TP. Glad that you TP'd around here, like on the wick to the left, because if you TP'd any bit extra, it's the SL, and the SL amount would have been crazy. So, bet round. Lucas. This trade was based on SFT at the lows from the SFT. This price gave me a nice displacement high. I waited on rebounds displacement from the area. I took my entry accordingly. Stop loss was not below the rebalance wick. Solution, always put the stop loss below the rebalance wick. Application of solution, if I'm not willing to accept the full stop loss, simply do not trade. It's that easy. Narrative didn't end up playing out here today. Reading for 1 hour once all work is done for the day. I realize physical punishment doesn't work for me because I like them, so I'm making something more boring. Rebalance displacement, especially with, alright. So if you have manipulation displacement and you get a rebalance, don't wait for the next displacement candle to fully close. Enter on the displacement as it's displacing up. Alright, especially how this rebalance candle closed. It literally just signifies that okay, we're gonna look to go higher. Alright, I'm not really expecting another rebalance lower. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense, especially when it rebalance perfectly inside the order block. That's legit all you need to like see. Alright, but overall you had the right trade idea. Just stop loss and TP. You know, you could have held it a bit longer, but unfortunate, I can't lie, Lucas. Today was just low probable again. Remember that. Took this trade and it's a bit more discretionary entry since I entered while the candle flip, but we had the setup and we had the minute for reversal. I just took the simple 1-to-1 since he hasn't been the best this month, and it's also Monday. No need for much, just a forward test gathering data and build discussion in the market. I would say my SL could have been better because we could have wanted to manipulate the wick to get enough buy power to then sweep the DOL that I had as my TP. Total Soup SFT or the Black DRD. No, this was a valid long. Stop loss perfectly at the rebalance wick after price is displacing away. Price is not really going to look to re-manipulate internally again, you know. Very low probable of it doing that. But overall, good, clean. And your TP, you could have targeted that higher here. All of this is all just accumulation, okay? Legit, just a curve of accumulation. Think of it like that, like all free liquidity. So the very high of the accumulation was up here. So price is going to look to easily snap that out. But overall, good forward test. Lucid, yeah, it's good. PM macro forward test. Price reaches to a 5:15 1 hour SIBI. Immediate sense of rejection. Premium in the range targeting a SIBI of 40 points. Yeah, valid. Very valid. And yeah, targeting that wick 40 points. Clean. Nothing bad to say about it. I went over that. Supra. Tried to short. Thinking it was rebalancing back inside the order block. Stopped out. You waited for more. Right. Price starts splitting away. You enter. You hold your trade. Close it. Enter longs. TP, enter shorts. Yo, you're actually fried. This forward test. I don't like PA of today. Yeah, clean forward test. Unfortunate that you trailed it though. You could have not trailed it, just kept your stop loss right here. Once price actually like displaces past this accumulation, then you could trail your SL. You know, there's just not enough displacement to like trail your SL too. Mystic, yeah, very valid. Wait, you don't have the roll. Let me give it to you. Why would we forward test when price displaced 800 points pre-market? To get data, triple. So for you to understand that, like, why is today low probable, you have to understand what price did, and you know that, like, okay, price popped 800 points. I want to see what New York IM is doing. All right. So if I have days where like if we pump a lot pre-market, like let's say 500 plus points, if price is pumping 500 points or dumping before even 9:30 opens, how does 9:30 look? All right, so I don't waste my time to get on the charts and to like try to force the setup, you know, because if you're on the 1 minute, everything looks very valid to you, but like if you look at it on the bigger picture, this is legit what price did. We were just sitting in this entire range. All right, and it was very choppy. I know it's like 400 points, but like, bro, unless you enter at a perfect entry, you're not really gonna get a clean trade. You know, that's why it's best to forward test and see how and why price is reacting like that, and from there you can build on your data to like learn to step away, or like when it's like worth it to like stick through and look for a setup. Gotta lock it up all the days to kind of treat them all the same. Yeah, Shaggy. Every day is different, so try to understand why that day is different. How are we supposed to trade continuations then if no DRD? Because we don't usually get CB disrespect on continuations. Rohan, continuations, think of it as like you always will have a continuation in the markets, alright? It won't always be DRD. You know, price will always come back, give you a rebalance, displaces away. That's like DRD you can take. That's like textbook, okay? But a lot of times, price can come back and give you the sweep. Like, for example, right here, price takes out this high. Why are we having bearish price action right now? this high is not even significant to give us any like reversal. Okay, if we're even looking for a reversal, it should be like from this high right here, you know. So this two bearish candles, they're gonna be either a rebalance or like a for price to go back lower to either give you internal manipulation to go higher or legit just another rebalance. All right, so you can see price comes back down, takes out this candle right here, and immediately starts displacing away. So you're like, all right, cool, manipulation. We get this rebalance like short right here, but like nothing to take. So this is a fake leg, fake move to give us internal manipulation, displacement away. You can enter stop loss below that, boom, targeting that internal high. Like you could look at the market in two ways: either simple DRD, okay, or manipulation displacement, where it will give you more RR and more win rate, or not more win rate, but like if you get the manipulation right, your win rate will increase, obviously. But DRD, higher win rate but lower RR. You know what I'm saying? You're waiting for that perfect entry, and a lot of times, all of you guys are not gonna be satisfied with like a simple one-to-one. You know, for DRD, it looks like this. You see prices displacing, but like nothing valid to take. You know, the candles are still weak. All right, again, rebalance, strong displacement up. All right, so you can either take this stop loss below the rebalance. All right, again, TPing at the nearest high, the internal high right here. This is what DRD looks like. And one person that I know that used to trade like this was Kartik. He used to take a lot of confirmation trades, and he used to wait at like very late, to the point where like his trade would legit be like 80-90% win rate. But like his TPing, he's not like trying to TP up there or like down here. No, he would legit TP at like internal highs that are the nearest to price action. You know, simple one-to-ones with like 2-3 minis. He would be in and out in like one candle. The longer you're in the trade, the more you're risking for like price to come back, either internally manipulate you, give you like a deep rebalance inside your trade, or legit just stop you out. You know, so it's up to you how you want to trade, Rohan. If that makes sense. Based off today, what are you thinking the rest of the week will look like? Definitely bearish. I want price action to go lower, but obviously we'll react tomorrow and see how price is moving. But yeah, I'm expecting price to dump and go lower, especially since we didn't take out much stuff on the left. CP good or not? Yeah, that's good. But it'll probably get reswept unless Asia opens and we just continue gapping down. But yeah, good forward test, good trade. Lock in, folk. Don't burn a lot of money on evals. Isam, these longs will get stopped out. I'll let you know that. OTE, order block, daily favorite, I got filled. All of this is accumulation, I can't lie. See, no trades for me today due to no Sibi, busy disrespect. Okay, valid. Yeah, John, valid. The news low is not going to hold free liquidity, no valid motive to justification the move, yeah. You think tomorrow gonna be good? I'm not really too sure. Depending on how Asia and London moves, it might be good, but still be careful. You know, if you're gonna look to trade, look for London. Just show up to London and see. All right, if you're up, trade it. Not like on evals or XFAs. Just either forward test it, or like if you really want to trade it, you can take it on your eval, but make sure low risk. Don't take it on your XFAs if you've never traded London before. And if you're sleeping, don't try to wake up for London. And the regular Discord, Salmo said no trades unless it be busy disrespect. Yeah, that's in the circle. Because, bro, there's like 500 plus people in there. You know what I'm saying? So, it's easier to tell them something simple that they can follow. But, like, in TPA, I don't want you just trading Sibi and busy disrespect, alright? I want you to, like, there's so many trades you can take, Triple E. Like so many trades that you can enter on. Order block respect. You know what I'm saying? So, you're going to be able to like catch different entries, all right, and that will improve your discretion in the market. So you're not just going to be trading simple one-to-one Sibi busy disrespect, all right. On this so I can write it down. I said in the recording. Bet that, bet that. Any questions, guys? If you guys have any questions or you guys want to say it, like raise your hand and I'll like rise you up to stage. Inshallah. Did I take anything? Not really. I was in paper shorts from let's see if I'm still in it or did they take me out. Let's see. Fries. Love Mystic. May Allah bless you too. No, they take me out of it. I was in a paper short from like 7:30. I've told you everything I need to fix over the last week. Should I keep finding issues or just focus on solutions then? Focus on solutions because a lot of people tend to focus on the problem, alright, but they never focus on the solution. So you're not really gonna get anywhere by just focusing on the problems. You need to focus on the solutions and act upon them, alright? Because you could find a million problems, but like they will still be there if you never focus on the solution and how to fix them. So when you're profitable, I mean, bro, if you're profitable trading New York AM, just stick to New York AM. You don't really need to trade Asia Gold and like London Session, you know? If you're looking to trade those and you're like hella bored or you're impatient. Is there a lecture on institutional order flow entry drill? No. It's just like a saying, you know? It's like think of it as like wicks do the damage, bodies tell the story. An example of that, like institutional order flow entry, think of it as like this, where this candle hella deep rebalances, right? But then it finally closes like a wick. So you could tell the next one is gonna look to open bullish. Why? Because like it just wicks it like this, you know? It's like kind of hard to explain. Should our risk still the same tomorrow, 5 micros ish? Yeah, look the risk aspect, but be careful. I checked London last night. I forward tested 1K win, but then forwarded some BS on New York. Again, newer. If you're able to find a trade like that in London, you can find something similar in New York AM. All right. Stop coping and actually lock in. Does 2-3 minis 30 points really work? Yeah. Obviously, in these market conditions, it's a little bit riskier. It's different. But back then, in June, July last year, like around May, June, July, it was banging like every day. Yeah, your win rate can like legit skyrocket to 90. When I was trading like that, July, uh, I had about like a 85% win rate. It was really really good, and I would be in and out of trades in like the same candle or like the next 2-3 candles, so I wouldn't be in the trade for longer than like 5 minutes. I've been cooking on London this whole week forward testing, but being cooked on New York. Do you think I just trade London or Wave? Yeah, trade London, but just size down, right? Yeah, London tends to give you really good trades when New York AM is garbage. So last week, a lot of garbage New York AM. You know, if you notice the first 2 days of the week, New York AM has been choppy, then show it for like London Monday, Thursday, Friday, you know, and see what price is giving you. Yeah, just spot on those like patterns, all right? Like, don't wait until the end of the week for you to like notice the pattern that like, okay, London is actually presenting. Try to notice it the first day or two of the week, so like the next 3 days, you're able to react on it, you know, act upon it. Uh, yeah, and these market conditions, 2-3 minis, 30 points won't really work unless you get the perfect entry. Same amount you've been risking to get to 1.5. Go 8 micros. 2 minis is crazy. 2-3 minis is crazy. You might blow the account in one candle. Actually, lower, bro. Go like 5 micros. 5 micros, you can easily, like, you know, make money on it. 5 micros is perfect in these market conditions. I feel like I would have entered bullish today at the displacement above wick high, but didn't and wanted more confirmation due to the past low profile days we've been having. Yeah, that's an understandable one. Do you think the Sippy Bissy disrespect entry was good today? It looked valid, but I targeted too much. I mean, bro, look to your left. What Bissy or Sippy were you respecting over here? Like, it's very, very chop, you know? Like, for example, here, okay, we disrespected the Bissy, but like, we went higher. Do you use opening timings at all? No, I don't. You trading Asia? No. Is London 242 entry valid, targeting 50 points? Let's look at it. Let's look at it. London was clean. $242 right here. Price displacement below this low. Prospect side distribute, displacement away. Rebounds, displacement, chop, chop, chop. Comes back, takes out this terminal high. 42. Yeah. But like, unless you entered at the very top, which would have been really unlikely. As long as you entered here. 50 points. Not really. Yeah, shorts were still valid in London, I can't lie. I can hop on stage and do the PA breakdown. Come up here. Come up here, come up here. Let's see your thoughts. Yo.
Yo.
Yeah, yeah.
So I can screen the
Yeah,
I can share the screen, bro.
you can't?
Yeah, I can't.
Duke. Duke. Let's see. See. You guys should be able to share the screen. I don't know why it's not. Fries.
Reconnect. I'm gonna exit and re-enter at one moment.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think it's bugged or something. Come back up, come back up.
Ah, same thing, bro. I can't.
Wait, Alfred,
Bruh.
send the picture in the chat if you have like the trade ID or not.
Okay.
Do you have to stop sharing? Wait, let me see. Can you share your screen?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I need to turn off this Charles. Oh. Hey, bro. So when we have this news right here,
Mhm.
bro, literally see only 15-minute time frame,
Uh-huh.
and I watch this hike literally.
Yeah.
Why price failed to displace above this hike, bro? So from here, I expect price to rebalance deep inside this
Yeah.
huge buy side imbalance,
Yeah.
and then I drop on 5 minute,
Uh-huh.
and this is yes, right? Oh, and I watch this, bro. I don't know, maybe it's a little bit corny shit, but I have this literally. So now here we have this order block, right?
Yeah.
This one. Oh, sorry, I need to go 5 minutes. So we have this order block right here.
Yep.
Okay. Boom. Same thing for yes.
Yeah.
Then I I go to the 1 minute, and same thing. We have another internal manip inside this order block, this huge order block, and
Yeah.
we have this internal manip right here.
Uh-huh.
Oh. I don't know if it's valid, but literally change my style of trading. This type of shit right here. So now I'm gonna refer my trade to this order block right here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna take out this. So from here, bro, what the fuck? So from here, bro, literally when it's 9, price start to displace lower, okay, 9:30 open. So I expect literally price to go higher, rebalance inside this order block, and then from here, price can literally move down and take out this low and even this, I think, in it time.
Mm-hmm.
But from here, I expect this. This is why I take a short here. If you see.
Yeah. Order blocks from manipulations are really, really powerful. That's why I like teach it to you guys,
Like,
because they're really good. Once you get good at it, all of you guys as well, you'll be able to just take a lot of these trades, especially in like higher conditions. You will literally be able to enter, hold your trade from the top. Like for example, right there, you could have entered there, like held your like the shorts for the entire day, and you would have like targeted previous day low or something like that. So a lot of
yeah,
days,
yeah,
like order blocks are really really powerful. Even like the longs, where before the news even came out, price legit just rebalanced back inside the order block, and then we started displacing away from it. So yeah.
so when I see, bro, literally 9 open, 9 candle open, and
Yeah.
start to display lower, fail to rebalance inside this order block, I expect price it's going to rebalance inside this order block again.
Mhm.
So this is why I took this long from here.
Yeah, but
And then,
remember, not always will
yeah,
price rebalance inside the order block.
yeah, yeah, not always.
Triple E, yeah. At first, I want you to get consistent, so like 30 to 50 points, I want you to like target. Then after you're able to be consistent, with payouts, etc. From there, you can start targeting a bit more, start being more experimental with your trading. So like, you could target more points, 100 points if you want, 80 points. It's up to you. As long as you have those entries down, the entries is what matters most. So these type of entries are gonna help you later down in the line as long as you master them.
Like,
Yeah.
bro, from this entry, if I was targeting here,
Mm-hmm.
but I got stopped out here because I don't want to heal the trade, and yeah. And then here, when I
Mm-hmm.
see this, same thing, same process, bro.
Yeah.
Italy, when I see this candle right here,
Uh huh.
boom, made this little SMT right here. What the fuck is this? Okay,
Uh huh.
this little SMT, and still rebalance inside this order block right here.
Yeah.
So here I enter again, boom, long here, and stop first here. Then when I see this internal manip again, I move to BA and I got stopped out later.
Yeah, bro. You can't predict fight. That's why it's hard to enter. Like in the middle of the range, you have to either TP in and out, or like as long as you have the middle or top entries, that's where you can like afford to go break even. So if you enter in the
I
middle
think
like that, yeah. Go
I
on.
think like, bro, if you want to catch this type of trade, bro, literally you need to accept the risk and don't move your stop loss.
Yeah.
Like you need to have balls, bro, to
Yeah.
do some trade of the like this. Because if I accept 35 point of stop loss and then target this high right here,
Yeah.
because bro, this high have no meaning. Like why price literally
Exactly.
start to displace lower, bro.
As long as you have your
This is
stop losses near the manipulation or even your entries, bro, price will not look to come back there unless we invalidate that like unless that manipulation is fake, like that manipulation we're not looking, if we're
um,
truly bearish, price will look to continue dumping lower, and then like your long idea is like wrong. So you're not really gonna look to take longs. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah.
and then I take this short right here, boom,
Yep.
same process, and I enter here short. I made a mistake. I placed my stop loss right here,
Yeah.
and I got stopped out later. But if I made like if I put my stop loss at the
Above the
bottom of
order block.
this order block,
Yeah.
yeah, boom, it's literally going to play out because this low have no meaning. Same thing, bro.
Yeah,
Like
exactly, bro. So
this low have no meaning.
it's good that you're forward testing these. You know what I'm saying? So once you get good and improve like
Yeah,
your
bro.
like
Yeah,
precision with
it's
these,
very
you're able to catch these in
yeah
live markets. So continue forward testing, and just try to experiment.
yeah it's very beautiful, bro. And literally the one thing, literally like you don't need to think about the outcome here because
Yeah,
yeah, forward test it's only fake money, but
yeah,
when you go on XFA, it's difficult for me to take this type of
yeah.
entry.
So for those type of entries on the actual accounts, that's where you size down. So size down like even 1 micro and just test them out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna start to try this, bro. Like, bro, literally flip this account, literally only with 1 mini, 2 mini, bro. Only try this shit. What the fuck? Thank you, Adam.
I bet, bro.
And
Let me move you back to accent.
you
Wait, my bad. I mean, it's movie while you're talking. My fault. My screen share is bugged. But why does the manip inverse for big gap salmon took work when we still had a high above? We could have easily manipulated, but the longs off the bullish manip got stopped out. That high is swept structure, so it might not have been major. Let me find it. I can't find this trade, but yeah, obviously the highs he had marked out. If you look at the DOLs, okay, the reaction that we got from it was different. But bro, it was from last night, London. What time was it? What time was that? No way, that was London. Wait, was that actually London? Let me see, 12:08. No way, that was London. Or am I freaking? Tweaking. 8:30 Asia. Let's see, 8:30. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Right here. Alright, can you see my screen? But okay. Again, Asia, we gap down, price comes back, rebalances inside of it. Boom. We're in the CE. We're already in the CE of the new week opening gap, okay? You see price, it sets in a high and it trades away, but when it came back to it, we didn't really take it out. We just rebalanced back up into this high. This high, not really much anything behind it. There's not really like an order block. We can still go higher, we can still go lower. So not much to base your trade off of here. All right. After price came back down here, again rebalanced back up. It swept this high. Boom. So we total swoop this high right here, but we didn't even take out this high on the left. So price can still continue going up. As you can see, Salmon was literally anticipating one of these highs to get taken out. From here, he can either base the continuation, either displacement rebounds, displacement higher, or reversal lower. Okay. So from here, once you see after price swept this first internal high right here, near it, immediate reaction. We see price actually starts becoming more bearish. Okay. So for him, he didn't really need to wait for much. He just literally waited for Bissy disrespect, and he can enter on it. And at this internal low right here, after price took this out, the reaction was strong, yes, but after that, what did price do? It started chopping around. All right, we didn't really inverse a clean SIBI or like a clean displacement. Look at this displacement candle compared to this right here. All right, do you see any strong SIBI displacement below? No. All right, but for this candle right here, it displaced past these internal highs. All right, so this candle is really strong. If price is gonna look to disrespect this, it's not gonna look to give you internal manipulation and then go up. No, it'll look to just continue going lower. All right. And if he wanted to see continuation higher, he would have waited for a DRD out of this busy right here, which would have been like this. But we didn't get that. We just got the busy inverse, and from there we just went lower. Here on the left, it literally was just a random low. Like, what was this low made out of? We didn't take any structure on the left. Okay, we're still in the new week opening gap. You know what I'm saying? So this low was legit just like an internal low. Think of it as like an internal draw, like this. So this is like the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But this and this also the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Asia highs, current Asia highs, and current Asia lows. Again, price never took it out, but we took lower, we went lower, and we manipulated, if that makes sense. Does that make sense, Espat? Yeah, exactly. Just understanding like if price was strong enough, it would have taken out that high. But if it was weak, it's gonna look to go lower. It's like the opposite of it. If price is not gonna look too long, it's gonna look too short. Yeah, and pretty much the reaction from this internal manipulation that we had. You know, displacement out of this internal draw. Okay, fat strong VISI, but then price started to slow down and started reversing after taking out this internal draw. Again, price inversing this VISI right here. All you needed to know that like okay, we're gonna look to continue going lower. You know, and the first draw was legit this internal low, which from his entry would have been like 80 points. So simple as that. And this was the next draw as well, right here, which would have been like what, 100 points, 90 points. And as you can see from this internal manipulation, price again rebalance back up to it and just chop down lower. Yeah. Yep, all about short. I have mixed feelings about that logic because if we have relative equal highs, I would think we might just be rebouncing lower before taking that out and then having a true reversal. Is that overthinking? No, this is perfect, Brandon. Relative equal highs or relative equal lows, price will always look to take them out. Yeah, Asia will definitely gap down. But yeah, Brandon. Uh, relative equal lows, relative equal highs, price will always come back and take them out. All right, it might not be like in the same candles or the same time or 5 minute whatever, but it's a really good DOL to target. All right. Any wrapping up questions? Because I don't want it to take too long. You know, I'm sure you guys have work, family stuff to attend to. Bet that bet, bro. Love Drado. Bet, bet. How's life going? Alhamdulillah, bro. It's going really good. It's really, really good. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Life's been blessed. How's your life going? Thank you. That's about. Sorry for going. Yeah, bro. Eid went by so fast. I know, bro. I can't lie. I was out. I was out. I was not home. I was enjoying my Eid with family. Love taking it slow. I'm going to be consistent. Bet that, Brandon. Of course, love. All right. Maybe one day we'll do like timings for the Europeans, and then the other day we do like timings for the Americans. Mix it up. All right. Let me end the recording.